Okay guys, Megan 2.0 initial reaction video. Oof, this thing was bad, like really bad. I felt like, how could they have greenlit this level bad? So without further ado, let's get into it. Now there's full spoilers ahead. I'll tell you when the spoilers start, so if you don't want spoilers, make sure you click off before they start. In the beginning here, I won't give any spoilers though. So I saw the film yesterday in like a sneak preview basically, and if you love the first Megan like I did, do yourself a favor and probably don't see this one. It's so bad. It's not even a horror movie for starters, so it's basically recast as like an action movie thriller, and it just does not work at all. Like honestly, my score would be 2 out of 10. I felt like I should have been paid to watch it at some points. It was that bad. I know some people are saying it's okay and I enjoyed the new shift, but like I don't see how you really could do it. The plot is idiotic, convoluted, and like ridiculously complex for no reason, and yet also overly simplistic. The new AI character doesn't have any like personality or reason or backstory or any reason for us to care about her. The new people in the film I thought did a terrible job. It just came off like a horrible Marvel ripoff. Like the movie had no reason for existing except to make money, and there was no charm or any like jokes or anything clever in my opinion. It really bad is my honest opinion. And I love the first one. I was psyched to see this one. I went out of my way to go to an early preview screening, and I just don't understand who greenlit this and why they didn't save, a ridiculous premise like this for like a 5th or 6th movie in the series if they got that far. Like, Freddy or Jason Goes to Space or that kind of stuff. You can get away with something like this silly and dumb, like as the 5th or 6th movie of a horror franchise, but not like the direct sequel. It makes no sense. In my opinion, if they had just made a straight up horror sequel and like Megan rose from the dead and started terrorizing people again for revenge, like Michael Myers and like, Halloween 2 or whatever, it would have been great. It would have been fine. It probably would have made a lot of money. It would have been easy to market. But I think they really leaned into the dance meme from the first movie that made the movie so viral and popular, and just only targeted like teen TikTokers or something. I don't know. The pre-sales for this movie are really bad too, so I'm not sure how it's going to do at the box office. I'm recording this before it's even released on Friday, so now if you want the full spoilers and stuff, here's where to click off if you don't want any spoilers. So don't listen any further if you don't want any spoilers, okay? Click away now. Now is your warning. I'll give you a few more seconds. So, okay, those of us still here, the spoilers basically are that the new guy who Gemma has a love interest in, Christian or Christian, depending on how you want to pronounce it, he is actually the villain here. And it's a very convoluted plot where basically he's trying to save humanity from AI, but he's also killing people, so it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And that's about it. I mean, there's a little more to it than that, but also I don't really recall anybody dying I guess a couple random people, we don't really know their names or whatever, but it wasn't like the first film where major characters get killed and there just seemed to be no rhyme or reason to the deaths, which is another big sticking point of why this movie was so bad. It was like, I don't know, it was almost like they typed into like ChatGPT, like how to maximize profits from a second Megan movie, but they like took out all of the stuff that made it a Megan movie. So they were like, remember the first Megan? What if we made a movie that had none of the stuff you liked about it? Like, and that's Megan too. Like, it was literally that. I still can't believe they did this. Like, it's really shocking to see them fumble it so bad. It'd almost be like if they were like, what about Nightmare on Elm Street 2? We know you love the first one, but what if the second one was a musical? Huh? Wouldn't that be good? Like, it's literally that jarring of a change. Like Joker 2, and I guess I wouldn't care as much about the change if it like worked. But none of this stuff works. It felt like I was watching like a rough cut of a film, or like, hey, wouldn't this be funny if we did it this badly? Like that level of bad. I'm sure there'll be at least some people that like it. I know the scores haven't been good yet, and rightfully so, but for me, this was oof. And I'll do probably a full review video. This is just my initial reaction video, but I just guess I wanted to give people a heads up before they saw it, because like people like me were tricked by the the excitement of seeing a new Megan movie, and I know some of this is in the trailer, but like, oof, it really does not do a good job of just describing how bad this movie really is, and it's 2 hours long, which is way too long for this thin of a premise and silly of a story. Like if it was like 80 minutes, I'd be a little more forgiving. But they made me sit through that, 2 hours of schlock, so I'm not going to be that forgiving here. So, anyway, if you like this review, subscribe, and we'll see you next time, and take it easy.